Hi everyone. I just want to continue my message on how life is quite simple. Obviously, there are challenges along the way. We have struggles and hardships and all those things. That's never going to change. That is always going to exist. It's always going to be there. But a lot of positive things have happened over the years. We have medical advancements. So just in the tools that they use, in the medications that they use, fighting disease, all those things are wonderful advancements that have made our lives better, generally speaking. Those can obviously get abused, and some of the pharmaceuticals can have a negative impact on people as well. But to a large extent, medical advancements have made things so much better. In addition, the availability of food, clean water, shelter, clothing, all those things have made life much easier nowadays. That being said, the struggles that people faced hundreds and thousands of years ago, they were different in some ways, but in a lot of ways, we're just facing the same problems that we did years ago. People are still the same. We really haven't changed all that much. And just a small example, Hippocrates, I believe, is the father of medicine. And thousands of years ago, he said, "Let food be thy medicine." So thousands of years ago, he figured that shit out. And today, people are more sickly, more obese than what they have been in quite some time. And I think that is in large part due to the type of foods that we eat, that we're consuming, the foods that are being mass produced, all the pesticides, the processing. All that stuff is really, if we're talking about people's overall quality of health, the medical advancements are keeping us alive, but the average person is not thriving. And I think that the average person is not thriving because we've gone astray from the most basic of things, and that's eating clean, healthy, nourishing food. So that's just one example. Another example is politics. People have always been involved in some sort of politics. Taxes have always been around. You're always going to have the corrupt, the greedy, and I still don't understand how it's treated like a sport. It's treated like a game, and sadly, we are the pawns in that game. What we all seem to forget is that we voted these people in to all the different positions. I'm not speaking about any one position right now, but all these different politicians at the state level, national level. We vote them in, and they're supposed to do the work for us. They're supposed to represent us, and yet they are talking down to us, and that doesn't make sense to me. Those problems have been around since the beginning of any kind of organized community. So yeah, that exercise, or just movement in general, that is a simple thing. Just like food, eat pure food, pure, healthy, nourishing food, and move your body. Our bodies were meant to be moved. So many of us are I am generally not in this case, except for when I'm traveling to a job site, which I'm doing right now, but we're more stagnant than ever. People used to move their bodies, and not in the way that you may think. They weren't out there running 15 miles every day for the sake of running 15 miles. We actually go out there now and run for pleasure and exercise and to challenge ourselves, whereas long ago they would just be moving. The hunter-gatherers, they would be walking all day. They would be scouting. They'd be tracking. So they're spending the majority of their time walking. And sure, if they were the type of hunter that would run down their prey, it would be at a controlled speed for a period of time, for a long period of time. And what they would do is essentially wear the animal out, because those animals, they don't have sweat glands, they can't sweat, so they get to the point where they overheat, they have to stop. Humans had the endurance to run them to the point of exhaustion, and then when they're in that state of exhaustion, then they would, be able to take them out, harvest the prey. But they were walking for most of their day. Same thing with gathering. You're walking around, you're picking the berries, whatever you're picking, nuts, legumes, root vegetables. We have overcomplicated everything in our lives. We simply need to eat wholesome, fresh food. We need to move our bodies, and it can be movement from walking, and then you're lifting your groceries, you're lifting your kids, you're walking up and down stairs. You're not taking the elevator, you walk in the stairs. Same thing at the airport. Don't take the escalator, take the stairs. When you park at a grocery store, park further away, or bike to the grocery store, or walk. We've gotten so far away from nature and from what our bodies were naturally meant to do that even though it's the easiest time to be alive, we're actually making life harder on ourselves, and we're diminishing the quality of our life. So I'm starting to drag this out a little bit, and I'm not trying to. There's so much more that can be said. Again, history, it doesn't necessarily repeat itself, because things have changed over time. Mark Twain said it doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. So many of the struggles, the challenges that we're facing today, in some way, shape, or form, those same things happened years ago as well, and we're still here. We made it. We've gotten past those struggles, but we keep on doing the same shit over and over again, and we're expecting different results. So, and people are still treating other people like garbage, talking down to other people. We're still just chasing the almighty buck, just for the sake of having a pile of money that we can sit on top of and feel like we did something great with our lives. What are you actually doing to improve the world? That's an honest question, and I'd be curious to know, are you doing anything in your community that is lifting people up? Are you doing anything that's brightening someone's day? Are you doing something for yourself that's actually helping you move forward and make you a better person? Life is super simple. We just muck it up. So take some time and think about this. Think about your own situation, your own life. As I mentioned previously, that task list that you have, it's ever growing. It's constantly going to keep growing. It's fine. Everything's going to be fine. Life's going to keep moving forward. The world's going to keep spinning. What are you actually worried about? And if it's truly something that needs attention, then give it the attention it needs. But don't piss away your time doing something else that isn't going to help you get to where you need to be on that task list, on that top priority item. So, again, there is a lot more that I could sit and ramble on and on about. It's probably enough for today, but just remember, life can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. You could spend your day sitting underneath a tree, reflecting and meditating, clearing your mind, organizing your thoughts, and that could potentially provide you with way more gains than trying to hustle and scurry and do this, that, and the other, and you know, all you're doing is spinning your wheels. You're not actually moving forward, but you're getting pulled in all these different directions. You're trying to do this, that, and the other, and all you're doing is destroying your own health and well-being. You're no good to anybody if you're sick and if you're anxious and just strung out. So find a tree, sit under it, collect your thoughts, watch the sunset, maybe look up and stargaze some night. The world that we live in is so absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful, and it's so vast and large. We get so wrapped up in our own little lives, and I don't mean to say that in a way that you know, makes anyone feel bad or talks down to anyone, but we get so wrapped up in what we're doing. Take a step back and just look around you. I mean, this world is beautiful, and it's so big, it's so vast. To think that God took the time to make a little speck like this when there's all of that's out there in the world. You know, it's pretty cool. So I'm happy to be here. It's taken me a long time to kind of figure things out. I was the type of person that was doing way too much of the wrong thing on a regular basis, and all it did was hurt my potential. I thought I could burn it on both candles, you know, play hard, work hard kind of a thing, and at some point something's got to give. And again, I'm just very fortunate and thankful that I've been able to move past some of that way of thinking and focus more on what's truly important. Basically cut out a lot of the bad stuff that's of no use. So that is my super long message, just to carry on with my original short of how life is simple, and it truly is. I do apologize for the glare of the sun if that was a problem here during this video for you. I know it makes the picture look pretty shitty, so pardon my language. That's all I got for you. Simplify your life. That doesn't mean just sit like a bump on a log and don't do anything. That's not going to get you anywhere either, but you may need to sit and spend some time doing nothing so you can figure out where you should be spending your time. There's a saying, fail to plan, plan to fail. And that's exactly what this is. It's just another way to say that you're planning. You're trying to organize your thoughts, collect your thoughts, and move forward with a positive purpose. That's all I got for you. Let's change the world together. Take care. God bless.